Q9435. What illusion, if any, can rain on the windscreen create? A. Does not cause illusions. B. Lower than actual. C. Higher than actual. The correct answer is C. Rain on the windscreen can create the illusion of a higher altitude. This is known as the height illusion or height overestimation illusion. When raindrops are falling vertically and are seen through the windscreen, they can give the perception that the aircraft is flying at a higher altitude than it actually is. The raindrops act as visual cues that provide a reference point for judging distance and height. The brain interprets the raindrops as objects in the external environment and uses them to estimate the aircraft's position. However, since the raindrops are closer to the pilot's eyes than the distant objects on the ground, they can create a false perception of greater height. Pilots should be aware of this illusion and rely on their instruments and accurate altitude readings to maintain proper altitude control during rainy conditions. 9101. What is a symptom of carbon monoxide poisoning? A. Rapid, shallow breathing. B. Pain and cramping of the hands and feet. C. Dizziness. The correct answer is C. A symptom of carbon monoxide poisoning is dizziness. Carbon monoxide is a colorless and odorless gas that can be produced by the incomplete combustion of carbon-based fuels. When inhaled, carbon monoxide binds to hemoglobin in the blood, reducing its ability to carry oxygen to the body's tissues. This can lead to various symptoms, including dizziness. Other common symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning include headache, weakness, nausea, confusion, chest pain, and loss of consciousness. It is important to address any potential sources of carbon monoxide in enclosed spaces and seek medical attention if carbon monoxide poisoning is suspected. 9102. Which would most likely result in hyperventilation? A. A stressful situation causing anxiety. B. The excessive consumption of alcohol. C. An extremely slow rate of breathing and insufficient oxygen. The correct answer is A. A stressful situation causing anxiety would most likely result in hyperventilation. Hyperventilation is a condition characterized by rapid and shallow breathing, often caused by emotional or psychological factors such as anxiety, stress, or panic. During a stressful situation, the body's natural response is to increase breathing rate, which can lead to excessive intake of oxygen and decreased levels of carbon dioxide in the blood. This can disrupt the balance of gases in the body and result in symptoms such as dizziness, lightheadedness, shortness of breath, tingling sensations, and chest discomfort. It is important to recognize and manage hyperventilation by slowing down breathing, focusing on deep and controlled breaths, and addressing the underlying stress or anxiety. 9103. Altitude-induced hypoxia is caused by what atmospheric condition? A. Significantly less oxygen molecules at high altitude. B. Insufficient partial pressure of the inhaled oxygen. C. Incorrect balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide. The correct answer is B. Altitude-induced hypoxia is caused by significantly less oxygen molecules at high altitude. As the altitude increases, the atmospheric pressure decreases, resulting in a decrease in the partial pressure of oxygen. The inhaled air at high altitude contains the same percentage of oxygen, about 21%, as at sea level, but due to the lower atmospheric pressure, there are fewer oxygen molecules available per unit volume of air. This reduced availability of oxygen can lead to hypoxia, which is a condition where the body tissues and organs do not receive an adequate supply of oxygen. Hypoxia can impair cognitive and physical functions and can have serious effects on pilot performance and safety. It is important for pilots to be aware of the effects of altitude-induced hypoxia and take appropriate measures, such as using supplemental oxygen at higher altitudes. 9104. Which is a common symptom of hyperventilation? A. Tingling sensations. B. Visual acuity. C. Decreased breathing rate. The correct answer is A. A common symptom of hyperventilation is tingling sensations. When a person hyperventilates, they tend to breathe rapidly and excessively, which can lead to a decrease in the carbon dioxide levels in the blood. This decrease in carbon dioxide can result in changes in the pH balance of the blood and lead to sensations such as tingling or numbness in the extremities, particularly in the hands, fingers, feet, and toes. Other symptoms of hyperventilation may include lightheadedness, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain, and a feeling of being unable to catch one's breath. It's important to note that if someone is experiencing hyperventilation, it's recommended to try to slow down the breathing rate and breathe into a paper bag or seek medical attention if the symptoms persist or worsen.